What is up, mi gente? Welcome back to the channel. I'm John. This is El Loco's Garage, and today we're going to be working on the S4 again. So, got something a little special for you guys. So, when I bought the car, I had no idea what kind of tune was on it. I was just told it was a custom tune. Well, we're changing that today. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was out in Vegas for work. While I was there, I found out that there was a show going on in Los Angeles called Big SoCal Euro. Great show, by the way. While I was there, I met Brad Watkins from German Elite Tuning. Talked to him and I said, you know what? I need to retune my car. Can we go ahead and retune it? He said, yeah. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to take you along the process of what it takes or what's needed to retune or tune your B5. But before we get started, a little bit of a garage update for you guys. As you can see, I'm standing here in the middle of the garage. I got the GTI and I got the S4. Well, a couple of things happened. We had to shuffle around some cars. So the only thing that we actually don't have anymore in the family is this guy, the Zhiyun. So back in August, actually the day after my birthday, my oldest son was in an accident, and that's all that remains of the Zhiyun. He was actually in a process at the time. He was getting ready to buy my Mini Cooper. So my Mini Cooper, he actually owns now. So it's still in the family, but it's gone, but still in the family. So we will be seeing that car again, especially when he comes home for the holidays, because right now he's away at school. So let's get started and let's go and get this car tuned. Hey Brad, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. I see we both got the camera thing going on.
That's right.
Hi guys.
Set up.
So I was telling my viewers that we're going to be doing some tuning today. So we're gonna load the stage 2 tune from you, and kind of go from there and just kind of go through the process. So I'll let you take the lead. If you could just tell me what we need. I mean, right now I've got the laptop set up. I got my VCDS cable in there. So what's the so what do we do?
Oh no, yeah. So we need Team Viewer installed. I don't know if you have Team Viewer installed yet.
I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah, just go to teamviewer.com.
Okay, I am going there right now.
Cool.
Team Viewer.
And it'll be it's a free download.
All right. So as you can see, I got my.
I was about to say you got the Get shirt, dude. That's awesome.
So
I got mine on too. We're good.
So while this thing is downloading, if anybody wants to get any of your merch, where can they go and get it?
So as of right now, we don't have any online store set up for merch. Best way would be to either email Brad at German Elite Tuning or from our Instagram, Get Watkins. So you can go to Instagram and DM us and try to just keep up with the DMs, which has been a task recently, which is awesome. It's great. The account has grown a bunch, and I get a lot of DMs, but it's just that's probably the two best ways to get a hold of us about merch, and then we can figure out payment and shipping and all that stuff. But right now it's like the merch stuff is kind of secondary. If we do a tune with anybody, then the merch kind of comes second. If someone wants some merch, which is phenomenal. I mean, we do have shirts and hats right now, so that's good. But yeah, so that's the best way. But kind of walk you through what we're going to be doing. So once you get TeamViewer loaded up, we are going to load Nefmoto, which is the flashing software, and then we will get the tune file sent to your desktop, and we'll get that loaded up into Nefmoto. Then we'll flash the ECU. after the flash. We'll go through with VCDS and clear faults, because you always get a fault code for voltage when you flash. So we'll clear that out, start the car up, make sure idle's good, check all the fuel trims and that kind of stuff, and then you'll be able to take it for a drive. So it's the stage 1 and 2 are pretty straightforward processes, which is great. The 3s require a lot of logging and revisions and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll have a good time.
Awesome. All right, so I got the team viewer up, and
Okay.
I have my ID, so I'm gonna cut my video here for a second.
Even checks. Yeah, so right here it's boot in intelligent mode.
Gotcha. Okay. So real important, if you're gonna do this and you're using VCDS, make sure you turn off boot in intelligent mode. That's a big one right there.
So it's basically with a lot of the hex cables, even the early hex can, that kind of stuff cables. If it's in boot in intelligent mode, it won't allow connectivity to NEF Moto. So basically, you just click turn off boot in intelligent mode, hit test, and then it retests the cable and turns off boot in intelligent mode. You got to save it, and then you can exit.
So while we wait for the software, I've got another question for you. How long have you been doing this? I know you're a master tech, and you've been tuning for a long time. And so so tell me, quick elevator speech, one minute elevator speech.
So yeah, I've been focusing on master tech for about 19 years at a dealership here in Arizona, and I started tuning about in 2012 when I got my S4, and I decided, hey, I really want to tune for this car. There was some options out there, but I stumbled upon NEF Moto, the website, and just kind of started reading and doing research there, and it kind of just snowballed into German elite tuning. My wife Melissa and I started German elite tuning in 2018. And we've been kind of just building it up from there, and it's been awesome. It's been really, really fun working with everybody, and the people we've met along the way has been great. Just everything that we've experienced so far has been awesome. So that's basically like the short and the gist of it. Right now, it's we tune B5 S4s, we tune Mark 6 GTIs using the Cobb Access port and their tuning software, and then we also have an Audi S3 now that we picked up, so we're going to be tuning that. Nice. And we've already done stage 1. It's just we haven't had it on the dyno to see exactly what it means yet, but we'll be doing that, and then stage 2 and big turbo, and kind of getting into the Mark 7, Audi A3 market. So that's kind of the next step for German elite tuning. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, and I gotta say that just by chance going out to Los Angeles that day and seeing what you've done with that AZ Euros drift car, I'm blown away. I mean, that thing was fast, loud, and it was just badass. I mean, that's
dude. Yeah, I mean, I can take a little credit for the obviously for the tuning side, but I mean, Austin has done an amazing job building that car, and the help he's gotten from the AZ Euros guys and all his sponsors. It's been really, really cool being a part of that program. I mean, Austin's put so much time and effort and money into that car, and it's just amazing. I could be a part of it. It's really cool, And if you guys don't know what he's talking about, Austin is the general manager at AZ Euros, and he built a crazy Audi drift car using a 2.7 with the single turbo and all that stuff. And he's actually doing VR6. I don't know if you saw his update, but he's going VR6 turbo. So
yeah,
we'll be tuning that car with the Holley Terminator X ECU, the standalone ECU.
Nice.
So we'll be doing standalone with that car, and it's gonna be really, really cool to see where everything goes. See where we can get that car to.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be just badass, and without tuning, the car doesn't run. So it's just as important as all the hardware that's attached to everything. So. Definitely take a little bit of credit at least for it. For some of it.
No, I mean, yeah. I did do the tuning on that stock ECU in his car, and it's been really, really cool. But I mean, it just everything he's done with the build and everything like that has just been awesome. So it's really cool. Sorry, we got a new puppy yesterday, and she's in her crate right now. So sorry if you get some dog noises in the background.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I went. I wasn't expecting to go to the show, and of course, I didn't bring my camera, so I was trying to record everything on an iPhone, and it just kept overheating. And I was going through some editing there, and I'm like, everything is just choppy. I'm like, I can't use this. So the only thing I was able to use after putting my phone down was all the two-step and some of the drift towards the end. Which, I'm not the smartest person in the world from standing right behind all of that. So,
dude, you had a good vantage point, though.
Yeah.
You really did. Did you get video of the dude blowing up his cat? I thought I saw it in your video, but...
I actually did a little slow-mo there when he did it, so you can actually see it coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was insane. And I shouldn't have touched it, and I did. So, that was definitely my bad on that one.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, sorry that the puppy's really...
Alright guys, so right now we're on Team Viewer. He has control of my desktop, and right now we're putting in F-Modo so that way he can transfer the files over. So,
yep.
As you can see from my desktop that's really crowded, right now we're putting in the F-Modo software. So what can I roughly expect from a Stage 2 tune? Like, what's the average horsepower, torque gains from it?
Yeah, my car made 274 horse and 340 torque on the dyno on 91 octane when I was Stage 2. And that was pretty much what based it with all the bolt-ons, stock intercooler still, downpipes, exhaust, intake, divert valves, pretty much all the stuff you need for Stage 2. So on 93 octane, which you have out there,
yeah,
pretty sure, yeah. So then that's what your tune's to be set up for. On 93 octane, it'll be roughly like 280 to 290 wheel horse and about 350 to 360 torque in like optimal conditions with good intake air temp and ambient temp. Because the cooler the ambient temp is and your intake temp, then the more power you're going to make. That's just kind of how it goes. And do you have stock intercoolers?
I have stock intercoolers right now, yes.
Okay.
But everything else has been done. I have downpipes, intake downpipes, and just all the bolt-ons. So what kind of spark plugs do you recommend that I should be running with a Stage 2 tune?
Yes, spark plug. That's a great question, actually. Spark plugs, I like to recommend either the BKR7Es, which are the copper core ones. They last, anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 miles, or the BKR7EIX, which is going to be the Iridium version, and those will last about 40,000 miles. So either one of those, and it's going to be a heat range colder than the stock plugs, because the stock plugs are around at the 6 heat range, and these are going to be 7s. So they're going to be a colder plug, and they're better for detonation preventativeness, because with a colder plug, you don't have that as fun a spark. So that's good for boosted, adding more power, that kind of stuff, more boost. And then with stock ignition coils, you're going to want to gap them to 0.028. With stock coils, you're going to want to gap them to 0.024. Because the stock coils have a hard time bridging the bigger gap. So if you gap them down, you get a better burn, and you don't break up and boost, which can happen. But with the TSI, FSI coil conversions, you can run 0.028. So you can run a little bigger gap, because the spark is a little stronger with those coils. Stock coils are great, and stock coils are tried and true. They work really, really good when everything's working. ICM's working, your coils are working. But with the price of stuff, it's almost cheaper just to do the upgrade kit when you have to replace an ICM or coils and that kind of stuff. So that's why a lot of people go that route, and it eliminates the ICMs, ignition control modules, because that's kind of a prone failure to those. So.
Yeah, I ran into that issue not too long ago. I was actually headed to a car show, and I blew one of the stock coils, and I didn't have a stock coil on me, and no one had one anywhere near. So
Oh man.
what I ended up doing, I had to limp the car back home because we have a show up in Helen, Georgia, not too far away from here, in the spring. And of course that ruined my weekend because I couldn't get a stock coil here. So I ended up doing the upgrade and plugs at the same time, and the car's been running pretty good there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some more power. Who doesn't like more power?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, more power is always a good thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So, do you have the cable? It looks like you have the cable plugged in. That's good. Okay, so here's Nefmoto here. So we're gonna let me make sure I transferred your file over, which I thought I did, but we'll see here. Let's copy. So we'll transfer your file to your desktop. I can't remember if I did, but that was there anyway. Okay, so you go to choose flash file. We're going to go to, actually, let's set up your memory layout first because that always pulls that up. So for the memory layout, we're going to use the 29F800BB, which is the BB. It's the memory layout for the ME7-1 ECU that's used in the S4s. And then we're going to choose your flash file, which should be on your desktop. And it's going to be this one. And then for maximum baud, we're going to change the baud rate to 57,600. All right, is the key on right now?
No, I can turn it on right now or put it into the on position.
Yeah, don't start it, just key on.
Okay. All right, so the key is in the on position. We have the file loaded into the Nefmoto software. And all right, looks like we got connection now. And now we're just going to, so what next step is loading the software?
Yep. So I'm just going to connect right now, so we're going to connect to the ECU, which we already did. We're going to load your tune file into Nefmoto. And then we're going to full right flash. So keys on, everything's ready to go, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So we're going to start the flash. All right, full right flash. And it should begin. Start seeing 1%, 2%. There we go. And we'll just start counting up until it gets to 100%. So once we get to 100%, we're going to cycle the key off for 20 seconds. Then you cycle it back on. You turn it back on. No engine start for 20 seconds. And then key back off. And then we can start it. I always like to do 2 key cycles. That kind of reboots the ECU twice. And if anything weird happens, we'll know right away. You know, if like say a checksum was weird or something happened with the flash, the car will start and then die, or it'll just crank and not start. And what I like that because it's not going to leave you stranded somewhere. If we do the 1 key cycle and you go drive it and you turn the key off, then it won't restart, and then we'll be in bigger trouble, you know, because you'll be stranded somewhere. So at least with the 2 key cycles, we'll know right away if something happened, and then we can either reflash or, you know, boot mode, that kind of stuff down the road. So it's just something that I like to do, and it kind of saves people from getting stranded places. So at least you're at your house, and you know you're not somewhere where you're far away. So. Yeah,
I'm home. I'm here in the garage, my messy garage. So.
No, it's all good. You don't even want to see mine right now. That's for sure.
So, roughly, how long does it take to flash the software?
Usually about 5 minutes. Sometimes it's a little faster. Sometimes it's 4. It just, you know, it depends on the laptop. So if the laptop is really fast and it's a really fast processor, it'll cycle through the flash pretty quickly. But a lot of the times it takes about 5 minutes to do. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Some of the newer ECUs can take up to 20 minutes, depending on which car it is. Like the B7 S4 takes about 26 minutes per ECU to flash, and there's 2 ECUs in that car. So that's a long flash process for sure. Oh wow, yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, all the ME7-1 and even the ME7-5, which is the 1.8T ECU that's in like the Mark IV GTI Jettas, that kind of stuff, that takes about the same to flash. So Um,
Okay.
not too bad. You also want to make sure that you have really good battery voltage. I kind of skimmed over that earlier, but your battery voltage, you want to be above 12 volts. A lot of times it's a good idea to put a battery tender or charger on it, but the S4 battery is a big capacity battery usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you replace the battery with an aftermarket one and it's not the full capacity, sometimes you can get into trouble where the voltage drops a little low. But a lot of the times you can have the key on for, 45 minutes or so before voltage really starts to kind of to drop down below the 11.5 range. So,
Gotcha. Yeah, and I had the car running before just to, so I warmed it up just to let it make sure it was fully charged
sure.
a little while ago.
No, which is a great idea to do, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a great idea. Let's see. So just if you want to run through your mod list real quick, I mean, I'm sure your viewers already know, but for my viewers on my end, what all do you have done?
So got the 034 X34 intake on it. The car came with downpipes, diverter valves, just the basic stuff that would already kind of lead to a stage 2. So downpipes, some kind of custom. I go custom exhaust. It's ugly at the moment, so eventually it will be redone. It's part of my whole rebuild that I'm doing little by little on this car.
Nice.
And this thing has come a long way. I've had it for about 2.5 years, and when I got it, it was just leaking everywhere. So I did a full timing belt, water pump, thermostat, every seal that I can get my hands on was done. So it's really more about bringing it back to life and making it sound fantastic.
Sure.
So these cars already sound really good to begin with.
Yes.
But just trying to get it a little bit better, and just hearing your car in person is just I was sold. I was sold right away. So it definitely was something special. But just the basic mods right now. More mods definitely to come. And of course, once we do go larger turbo, I already know where I'm coming for tuning. So
dude, yeah, man, that's awesome. No, yeah, turbos make such a huge difference on our cars. Even just KO4s, like. The KO3s are great for low end torque and like quick spool, which is really fun. I mean, stage 2 is really fun, but that carrying of the boost up top, continuation is really where like the freeway fun happens. Like with K24s, like they hold boost and power all the way through the power band. So, 3rd, 4th, 5th gear on the freeway, it's just super fun. So.
Yeah, I've been watching your videos for a while, and I'm just like, man, that sounds insane. And then seeing the flames come out, and one thing I really like is when you did the rear-wheel drive conversion for a little while on it.
Yep.
That was it was sick. It left me speechless. I'm like, man, this is wild.
It was fun. I'm glad I did it, but it drives so much better all-wheel drive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it really does drive well. Really good all-wheel drive, but the rear-wheel drive was fun, and that was very fun to do. And it was just a thing that I was like, you know what, why not? Like, I'll give it a shot. And I had it on the car. It was like a little over a year. I mean, I daily drove it for a while, rear-wheel drive. So, I mean, it was cool. But all right, so the flash is done. Right. So I'm gonna click OK, and then it should disconnect. So now you can turn the key off for 20 seconds. And then we can turn it back off, and then we'll be able to fire it up. So you can go ahead and turn it on.
All right. All right. She is back on after 20 seconds of being off.
All right. Then you can go ahead and turn it off, and then start it up.
All right, she is off. So I don't have to wait another 20 seconds, right? I could just go ahead and start it up?
Yep.
All right, so
start it.
You might not see me for a second.
All good.
But, all right. So let's go ahead and start it up. All right. So I went ahead and started her. So Just let her run for a little while?
Good. So yeah, I opened VCDS, and then we're going to clear the fault codes, which there's just the one for terminal 30, and that's always what pops up when you flash. So we're going to clear that real quick.
All right.
And then we're going to go and check some measured values here. I usually use 32, 33, and 32, which 32 probably won't even adjust. But so basically, block 2 is going to give us our mass airflow sensor readings and load, and then in RPM, injector timing. So usually you want to see in the 4 to 5 range at idle grams per second in mass airflow, about 20% on interload. And then our fuel trims are going to hover right around 0 once things start to adjust and everything's up to operating temperature. Block 32 is a adaptation value, so that's going to be the adapted fuel trims from block 33. So if you're running a little lean, this number, this first idle number in 32 is going to start going positive. So right now we're just a little rich, which is okay. So eventually we should start seeing the idle for bank 2 start to go at negative, and that's going to adjust our bank 2 fuel trims right here.
Okay.
So usually takes a minute or 2 after the engine's been running to start adjusting. But your bank 1 looks really good. I mean, your bank 1 is hovering right close to 0. So bank 2 just might have a little bit of a rich condition. Not terrible. It's very minimal. So yeah, you're at 63 degrees coolant temp. So once coolant temp starts to get up a little higher, if you want to give it a couple of revs just to make sure everything revs good.
All right.
You don't have to go. Yeah, you don't have to go super high. Just a few revs.
No craziness. No going crazy.
Yeah, no, you don't want to go to 5,000 or 6,000. Just a few flips, you know.
All right. All right, so I never went past 3,000 RPMs, so just kept it, just a couple of taps there.
You're good.
It smells a little bad in my garage, but that'll clear up. Thankfully, I have the door open.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I've got the door open. It's actually a gorgeous day here. It's nice and cool, so I can't complain.
Awesome.
So it's definitely boost weather here in North Georgia, especially tonight.
We're getting there too. We're getting there too. It's I think it's going to be like 90 degrees here today, which is a little warmer than it has been. But for the most part, it's been in the 80s, and then it gets to like 50s, 60s at night. So yeah, the car is like the nighttime weather. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take it out later on. I'm probably going to shoot another video, first impressions. So
awesome.
That's something I'm going to have out after this video. So we'll see how it is, but I can already feel the difference just by tapping it a couple of times. It's got a little more of a growl to it already. So the pops and bangs are active in that too. So if you end up too much or you're not a fan, we can change it and turn them off. That's totally fine. I set them up so it does have it. It has every option right now. So actually, I have a question about that. How do I actually get it to work? So what do you
pumps and bangs? You get your RPMs to 4,000 and then just let off the gas.
Yeah.
Just let it decel and it'll just it'll pop away. And it'll do it above 2,500.
Gotcha. And now for the launch control or the two-step, how do I turn that on?
Yeah, you gotta be at operating temperature. So the engine's gotta be warmed up. Push the clutch in all the way to the floor and hold it. And then you just hold the gas all the way to the floor, and RPMs will go about 4,000, stop, and it'll activate. You don't want to hold it for longer than 5 or 6 seconds, though, because it really gets the exhaust manifolds and the turbine housing's hot. Mm-hmm. So, you can hold it for 5 or 6 seconds, then let off the gas or launch or whatever you want to do. But try not to just sit there and hold it.
Yeah.
It's hard on the turbos for sure.
Don't act like a teenager.
Yeah, right. And then for no lift shift, you got to be above 5,500 RPM. So if you get to above 5,500, you just keep your foot planted to the planning to the floor, 100% on the gas, push the clutch in, shift as fast as you can to the next gear, dump the clutch. So it takes some practice, because not letting off the gas is something that's just weird. Like, it's always been weird to me. Like, you know, you always want to let off the gas, but you just keep your foot planted on the gas, push the clutch in, shift really fast, and then let go of the clutch, and it'll activate. So
nice. Yeah, I've always had questions on how it actually works or how you turn it on, so that's good to know. Hopefully I don't get into too much trouble. You know, I'm actually just glad that this kind of stuff wasn't available when I first started driving, you know, a little over 20 plus years ago. So
right.
so it's kind of fun now to kind of get into it, and just, I know it's going to bring some grins to me, so that's awesome. That's awesome. All right.
Good. So your fuel trim was adjusted perfect. So we're like minus 1.7, you're minus 0.6. They're hovering right around 0, which is what we want. So everything looks great. We're good to go.
All right. So that's the tuning process, right? All right. I'm gonna shut the car off real quick.
Yep.
All right. So we're all good, I guess, with the tune. We're gonna go out and drive it, and you know, do some first impressions. And I can't thank you enough for spending time. You know, going through everything, answering my questions, and just making the tuning process easy. You know, and it doesn't take much. And I'm sure, you know, anyone with a B5, this is the process they're gonna have to go through. And it's not hard at all. And it took maybe 30 minutes total.
Yep.
So it's not hard at all. But yeah, again, Brad from German Elite Tuning, thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
I'm gonna put these guys down, and
you're very welcome. Hey,
yep.
For my viewers on my side, you got a YouTube channel, right? And then all your Instagram stuff. You wanna plug that here real quick?
Yes. YouTube is A Locals Garage, and Instagram is A Locals Garage also.
Awesome.
You know, we try to have fun, and you know, I'm definitely gonna put a link in the description, linking your channel and your Instagram and TikTok as well. So
nice.
Definitely got some good TikToks there, and we're on TikTok as well at El Locos Garage. So Brad, thanks again, and you know, I'm sure the guys watching my video, hopefully you guys got something out of this, and you know, can see how easy the tuning process is. So definitely appreciate it. Thanks, Brad, and we'll talk.
No, you're very welcome. Yeah, it was great tuning with you, and good to see you guys.
Yep.
And I'm stoked to see the reaction video, because it's it's fun. Yeah, stage 2 is very fun. So
yeah, I'm gonna see if I bring the wife in the car also later on, and
you
know, just scare her a little bit. So
why not?
That's gonna be fun. So
great.
All right, thanks, guys.
Awesome, man, for sure.
All right, guys, so that was Brad from German Elite Tuning. Again, link will be in the description. I'll link all his social media. Again, thank you very much. I couldn't ask for better service, you know, and if you do want your B5 S4 tuned, definitely hit him up. He's been in the game a really long time, and he definitely knows what he's talking about and knows what he's doing. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit. You guys are not going to see the first drive in this video. You'll see it in the next video. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and if you like what you see, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'm John. This is El Locos Garage. See you next time.